is a Passengers United special report.
Okay, good morning. My name is Jack. That's J as in Jaguar, A as in Alpha, C as in Charlie, K as in Kite. And my last name is Nierenberg. That's N as in November, I as in India, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, E as in Echo, N as in November, B as in Bravo, E as in Echo, R as in Romeo, G as in Golf. And I'm the Vice President of Passengers United. And we're outraged today that amid yet another fare hike, the MTA has been going about with these biannually fare hikes. It's now $3 for the subways and buses, $7.25, which is greater than the subway and bus increase for express bus customers. We told the MTA this was going to create a disproportionate burden for people who don't have subway or bus access, and even greater hikes on commuter rail for Metro North and Long Island Railroad. Even as there have been witness with the OMNY system, many people who are in the outer boroughs, especially seniors, people with disabilities, are already struggling. These are the people, these are the 6 or 7% who at the start of the new year were still dependent on Metro cards and have been struggling to switch over to OMNY. And now they don't have an option to pay with coins either. That's created even more disproportionate burdens for these groups who were not properly consulted. They were not given the opportunities, the same opportunities that people in Manhattan and other parts of the city have that have greater access to retailers, OMNY machines. Many of these people don't have that kind of access, and they've been left in limbo as they struggle to figure out how do they get where they need to go. How do they get to the grocery store to get food? How do they get to doctor's appointments, healthcare services, banks, community centers, senior centers, places that they need to go? It's already an insult to injury that the MTA removed essential bus stops that I've proven with both qualitative and quantitative evidence that they've removed bus stops that were essential to these people. And we're also working on getting that restored. That's going to be a separate issue of discussion. But now they've gotten rid of fare access, people's ability to pay when they don't have access to debit cards, credit cards, contactless payment, easy access to smartphones to figure out how that works. My father was struggling. He used to be on a senior Metro card. They switched him over to OMNY, but he's now paying the full fare when he wasn't previously because they couldn't figure that out. It's been an absolute mess, and it's going to continue to be an absolute mess for people who are most dependent on public transit and are already struggling. And it's a disgrace at this point.
One thing you kind of mentioned your father. So what's the solution now? What is he doing now to get by?
He's just using a regular OMNY card. He went to one of the customer service centers and they just gave him an OMNY card, but he's not getting the reduced fare benefits anymore.
Okay. If you could sum up just real quick, just exactly what you want in just one sentence, what is it?
We need the MTA to get its act together, to revisit the fare policy, and make sure that they're accounting for people who don't have the means to easily switch over. Not everyone has a smartphone or is able to easily switch over to OMNY. It's only been 2 years and the MTA is going ahead with these biannual increases. The subway and bus fare is now $3, up from $2.90. The express bus fare is up to $7.25, an even greater increase for people who don't have access to the subway and bus. And the commuter rail fares are also skyrocketing. And the way that the MTA rolled out this policy, it's very clear. It's very clear that this policy was not developed with the needs of transit riders in mind. Now, I'm glad that they kept the fare capping on the subways and the buses, but they did not thoroughly think through the switchover from MetroCard to OMNY. They did not think through people's ability to switch over from MetroCard to OMNY. They did not properly consult people on the ground, especially seniors, people with disabilities, many of whom live in transit deserts where they don't have access to a retailer or an OMNY machine at a subway station. They don't have the means to switch over easily if they don't have a contactless bank card or a credit card or the ability to use a smartphone. And for so many people who are trying to switch over, who were reduced fare previously, no longer getting it. My father had a reduced fare Metro card. He's in his 70s, he's a senior citizen. he was struggling to switch over to OMNY. He went to a customer service center and they gave him a regular OMNY card. So he has to pay the full fare now when he didn't previously. And there's so many more people who are more dependent on public transportation. And this affects people's ability to access food, to get groceries, to get the healthcare appointments that they desperately need. And for so many people, buses are the only option that they have. Same thing with the subways. And if they can't transition properly so that they can pay for it, especially since the MTA got rid of the ability to pay with coins, so those people who don't have the same kind of access to tap and ride, who were using coins previously, or a Metro card, have no other way. And it's gonna, and I guarantee the transit agency, I guarantee the MTA that fare evasion will skyrocket because of this, because the MTA never thought this through. And they never stopped to consider that there are people out there who are struggling, who are left in limbo because they were not given the resources that they desperately needed to switch over.
What would have been your the group's suggestion to have alleviated this issue?
Well, we warned the MTA that this was going to be a problem, and we told the MTA that they need to make sure that they're reaching people. They keep boasting that over 90% of riders at the end of 2025 were using OMNY. That's still a very considerable part of the population of New York who's not in that population, who's not in that majority. They need to figure out who that is, who's currently struggling, or at the time that they release those numbers, who's struggling, where are they, how are they getting around, and how are they going to be accounted for? How should they be reached properly so that they have the means necessary to switch over? And why should they rely on groups like ours to do that work for them when they clearly have the resources to do that?
Okay.
You come on this side, John. All right. Good morning, everyone. My name is Charlton D'Souza. I'm the president and founder of Passengers United. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So the spelling of my name is C as in cat, H as in house, A as in apple, R as in rain, L as in light, T as in tag, O as in orange, N as in navel, Charlton, and then D'Souza, D as in dog, S as in school, O as in orange, U as in union, Z as in zebra, A as in apple. So we are outraged today because, again, Governor Kathy Hochul is in charge of the MTA. This fare increase did not have to happen. And in some cases, people that used to get 30-day unlimiteds, they're now paying more. They're now paying close to 6 to 7% more than they were paying before. And we're also outraged because in many subway stations, there used to be a lot of machines where you could purchase fare media. Now there's only one OMNY machine or two OMNY machines in every subway station. That is an utter outrage. And we get so many phone calls from passengers who have been ripped off by OMNY. They've been ripped off because they've been overcharged. And when you call customer service, you gotta wait an hour on the phone to get a representative to find out why you were overcharged by the MTA. That is an outrage, an utter outrage. And where are all the elected officials that were promising free buses? Where are they today? They're not here. In fact, the mayor never came to any of the public hearings, the fare increase hearings, to speak up when he was running for office about this fare increase. So this is devastating to so many people who are on fixed incomes right now. And the worst part of it is seniors. They have, a lot of them paying points. Now seniors are being told that if you do not come on the bus with an OMNY card or you don't have OMNY on your phone, a fare inspector will come and the fare inspector will give you a $150 ticket. Well, guess what? What if the damn OMNY reader is not working on the bus? What if it's not working? That's not fair to people, and this is going to cause a lot of friction between bus drivers, fare inspectors, and there are a lot of bus operators who have told me that in some transit deserts, there are no stores to buy an OMNY card. We have a lot of people who are undocumented, who are unbanked. They don't have a bank account. So those people are being left out of the process. And then LIR riders, you know, they used to be, you used to have a monthly ticket valid up to 6 months, and now it's only valid up to 4 a.m. in the morning. I mean, that's no good. And then the Metro North and the Long Island Railroad, they got rid of the 10-trip ticket. That discount saved so many people and helped so many people in the community. And the way the MTA has treated its riding public, this is more of a totalitarian authority than a public transit agency. It's disgusting. They only had 3 public hearings in August, and it was virtual, and nobody knew about it because they were all held in Brooklyn. And so a lot of people didn't get a chance to come and testify and speak about how they feel about this fare increase. But like I told everyone, this is an outrage. We implore all New Yorkers to confront your elected officials, call them, and demand that in the next state budget that they have money for fair fares, that they have a city ticket for $3.25 or $4 overnight, and we don't have a city ticket weekly, which is an outrage.
They got rid of it.
They got rid of it. We used to have something called the Atlantic ticket for Southeast Queens, where you know you had a 7-day unlimited and a railroad unlimited, and you could travel anywhere in the system. The MTA got rid of that, and this governor, Governor Kathy Hochul, again, she's running for office, but she forgot about congestion pricing. She forgot about giving those people in transit deserts a discount. They need access. So, you know, these elected officials want everyone to ride the subway system. But guess what? When you're on the subway train, you're surrounded by emotionally disturbed people. You see people shooting up hypodermic needles. You see urine and feces on the seats. I've had to break up fistfights on the subway. I've been assaulted 3 times in the subway. Many of my colleagues have had incidents where knives and weapons were taken at them. I mean, listen, people are fed up of the MTA. There's no accountability at this damn agency. And again, I'm calling on the mayor, I'm calling on the governor to meet with us. Right now, the only way we can communicate with the MTA is at their board and committee meetings. And many times the MTA will bump people. They will bump advocates. There's a lot of corruption going on at this agency.
I know there's a lot of, so is this more about just the fare hikes? Because I see signs for several different issues.
Right.
Or is it just overall just the,
So the reason why we're here today is a couple of things we want the governor to
if you
get
could
right.
sum it up and break it
Yeah, I
down to some
will.
bullet points?
Yes,
Okay.
I will. I'll break
Okay.
it up in bullet points. So what we want the governor to do, if we're being asked to pay $3, fill the bus trips. Every night bus trips are being canceled throughout the city. That is a damn outrage. People are waiting 45 minutes for a bus. That's unacceptable. And number 2, the bus command center radios are not working. There's no GPS because they're having issues. It's been going on for months. And then the third issue is people are getting overcharged with OMNY because the readers don't work, the machines are broken, and then that's an issue. And then the other issue is, you know, a lot of times the trains are late, communication is bad, and people are left to figure it out. And then they have to spend $40 on Uber or Lyft. That's ridiculous.
So there's a host of issues, but this is really sparked from the
Right.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Just wanted to
because
make
we're
sure.
outraged, and in Queens, and in, you know, they want us to walk like 7 or 8 blocks to a bus stop, and then you're waiting for a bus only to see 3 buses together. That's why I'm calling on the governor today to put a task force of advocates together to meet with her so we can discuss these issues and work these issues out.
Okay.
Because the MTA is not working in conjunction with us. They're not listening to what we have to say.
Have you had any contact with the MTA?
Yes, we go to all the committee meetings,
Okay.
we go to the board meetings, but the MTA, they don't like people to speak out. This is why we're angry with this agency. And my patience and my level of frustration with this chairman, with the board members is running out. You know, and I'm telling people now, don't take your anger on the $3 fare out of the bus operator or the station agent. No, take it out on your elected officials. Because again, the state agency is overseen by the governor and by elected officials. That's where the outrage lies.
Can you tell me real quick, too, what are you guys, after this person, what are you guys going to be doing?
So we're going to be marching up to the 7th train entrance, and we're going to be trying to engage riders about the fare increase, and we're going to be trying to educate them on what they can do and how they can reach out to the elected officials and about our organization.
How long have you guys been in existence?
So I've been a community advocate now for the last 18 years. I've been in the community helping people. All of us are volunteers. We don't get paid for this. We all work our regular jobs and we volunteer because we love serving the public. We love being out here. We love helping people. That's all I'm going to say. But there are some other nonprofits out here where they get hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nobody sees them. They don't come to the meetings. And they're controlled by the MTA. The MTA is giving them money through contractors so they can silence our voices like they did with the Queens bus redesign and like everything else. It's all tied to the politicians.
I did want to say one thing about the fare policy in Queens, and that is the MTA did not follow. It's unclear whether the MTA's actually followed through with promises that would keep them out of legal jeopardy. And at the beginning, as I was about to mention, at the beginning of the Queens bus network redesign, when the first phase was implemented, the MTA launched a promotional free transfer policy. And that was for people who live in transit deserts who have to take more than one or two subways or buses. If they have to make a second transfer, they have to pay again. So they have to pay two fares. It's a double fare trip for them. And we warned that with these changes that the MTA made in the redesign, that more people would be subject to this double fare, and that would be a Title VI violation. Because no one, because of the MTA's decisions, should be disproportionately burdened by having to pay multiple fares when they hadn't been doing so otherwise. So the MTA launched a promotional second transfer policy where for the first 6 months of the implementation that in the first 6 months of the redesign, people within Queens who are taking buses within Queens, tapping with OMNY, not with MetroCard of course, but those who were tapping with OMNY and had to make a second transfer to a third bus on their trip, they were entitled to a free transfer, as they should have been, and as we've been pleading for the MTA to make a reality. Now, that 6-month period is over, and the MTA promised that at the end of that 6-month period, that they would have a list of dedicated free transfer routes to ensure that no one who was paying one fare previously would have to pay two fares. We gave them a full list so they wouldn't have to do it when they clearly had the resources to do that, by the way. But now it's January 4th, the 6-month period is over, and we've heard nothing from the MTA about
It sounds
this.
like there's just a lot of issues, and I know that there's a small group of you guys out here right now. What's next? If you could just answer
So
that in just one
I
question.
will say one thing.
What?
The reason why there's so much anger and resentment towards the MTA is because, like the other night, I used to have a bus that used to run overnight in front of by where I live, the Q80, the Q110 route. They eliminated the Q110 route by Belmont Racetrack, so now I have to take the Q83 and I have to walk 15 blocks to my house.
Right.
This is the type of foolishness we're dealing with the MTA that's angered people. And we're going to keep protesting. Unfortunately, it's going to come to that, and we're just going to keep doing what we're going to keep doing. But we're out here with a whole bunch of issues: the Queens bus redesign, issues with the broken OMNY machines, and so many people are getting overcharged. This is crazy. And then the new OMNY turnstiles, the gates that they put in, kids have been injured. I witnessed 3 children who got caught in those new gates. I mean, who's approving this? Who's doing this? This is why what we're saying today is the chairman of the MTA and the board, the governor needs to make some changes. Bring back Andy Byford. If Andy Byford was here, none of this stuff would be going on. The people who work at that agency are utterly incompetent, and New Yorkers are sick of it. They are sick of it.
I can tell you guys are passionate. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
If you are
guys.
not with the writing public, then you are against the writing public.
Yep.
Shame on the MTA.
Shame on the
Shame.
Shame on the
Shame. 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 Shame, 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 shame.
What do we want? Better service. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want? Better access. When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better access.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
Okay, let's do another one.
Accountability?
Yes, accountability.
Governor Kathy Hochul. Say it with me. Governor Kathy
Governor
Hochul.
Kathy Hochul.
We deserve better service.
We deserve better service.
The subways are not safe.
The subways are not safe.
Every day,
Every day.
people are getting pushed on the tracks.
People are getting pushed on the tracks.
People are getting assaulted.
People are getting assaulted.
Employees are getting assaulted.
Employees getting assaulted.
We deserve better.
We deserve better.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
You walking across?
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Accountability.
When do we want it?
Now.
Okay, so let's do the governor of Kathy Hochul. Governor Kathy Hochul.
Governor Kathy Hochul.
The MTA fare increase
The MTA fare increase
does not have to happen.
does not have to happen.
Seniors,
Seniors,
people with disabilities
people with disabilities
are paying more.
are paying more.
And we're left out.
And we're left out.
And are waiting for buses.
Waiting for buses.
That take 25 minutes to come.
It takes 25 minutes to come.
And it's not fair to people.
It is not fair to people.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Better service.
When do we want it?
Now.
Governor Kathy Hochul.
Governor Kathy Hochul.
This $3 fare increase did not have to happen.
This $3 fare increase does not have to happen.
People are waiting for buses for 45 minutes.
People are waiting for buses for 45 minutes.
When they don't have to.
When they
They don't have to
Because your GPS
because your GPS
and your bus radio system
and your bus radio system
is not working at the bus command center.
is
Not working at the bus command center.
We need more OMNY machines.
We need more OMNY machines.
Because the OMNY machines
Because the OMNY machines
are always breaking down
always breaking down,
or overcharging people
overcharging people,
and ripping people off.
ripping people off.
We deserve better.
We deserve better.
Mayor Mondani,
Mayor Mondani,
you keep talking about free buses.
You keep talking about free buses.
How come you didn't show up to our press conference today?
how come you didn't show up to a press conference today? And also,
And also,
Also,
why did you not
why did you not
testify
testify
at the public hearing
at the public hearing
for the fare increase?
for the fare increase?
What will you do now?
What will you do now?
Okay, I think that's it, guys. Okay.
Thanks for watching. To stay up to date with Passengers United, please subscribe and follow us on social media. Learn more about us and support us at passengersunited.org.